My name is Daniel. I'm 39, and I've been married to Claire for 12 years. When I look back at our wedding day, I still remember the warmth of her smile, the sparkle in her eyes when she whispered, "I do." Back then, closeness wasn't something I had to ask for. It came naturally. Touch, laughter, even the tiniest moments felt electric. But somewhere along the way, that connection started to fade. It wasn't sudden. At first, it was just occasional, a long day at work, fatigue, or stress. Claire would roll over and say, "Not tonight. I have a headache." I didn't think much of it. Everyone has off days. But days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Every time I reached for her, the answer was always the same: "Not tonight." I started noticing a pattern. Her phone would light up with messages late at night, and she'd smile at the screen, but never at me. She always seemed energized for friends, work, or even binge-watching shows until 2 a.m. Yet the moment I wanted closeness, exhaustion and headaches appeared. At first, I was patient. I tried to help around the house, cooking, folding laundry, running errands, anything to ease her load. I thought maybe if she felt less stressed, she'd want to be close again. But nothing changed. If anything, my efforts seemed expected, invisible. I began to question myself. Was I unattractive now? Had I lost my charm? Each rejection cut deeper, and every excuse felt like another wall between us. I even wondered if I was being selfish, pushing too hard, but deep down, I knew something wasn't right. The turning point came one evening after I'd spent the whole day fixing the backyard fence she complained about for months. Sweaty and tired, I came inside, proud of finishing the job, hoping for a smile, a kiss, some spark of appreciation. Instead, she barely looked up from her phone and muttered, "I have a headache. I'm going to bed." Lying awake that night, alone, I had a moment of clarity. Intimacy wasn't just physical closeness. It was effort, respect, emotional connection. And in that moment, I realized I was the only one trying. So I stopped. I stopped folding her laundry, making her coffee, staying up late waiting for her. I stopped all the little things I thought might make her love me again. I didn't announce it, didn't argue. I just pulled back quietly. At first, she didn't notice. But soon, dishes piled up, laundry sat unfolded. The coffee machine remained cold in the mornings. She had to handle things herself. And something interesting happened. Her headaches started to fade. Claire began asking small questions. "Did you forget to pack my lunch?" Or, "Why isn't the laundry done?" I answered calmly, "I've been busy." Not cold, not rude, just reflecting the indifference I received for years. One evening, she came into the living room. "Why don't you help me anymore?" she asked. I looked her in the eyes and said, "Because for the past 3 years, I've been helping, giving, loving, and all I heard in return was, 'I have a headache.' If you're too tired for me, then I'm too tired for everything else." She froze. For the first time in years, no excuse, no phone in her hand, no smirk, no dismissive tone, just silence. Over the next few weeks, I kept my distance. I still lived in the same house, treated her with basic respect. But the extra gestures stopped. She scheduled her own car appointments, cooked her own dinners, made her own coffee. Slowly, the reality sank in. The man she had taken for granted was no longer bending backward to earn scraps of affection. Then came the shift. One Friday night, she sat down beside me on the couch, unusually quiet. "Daniel," she whispered, "I think I've been unfair to you." For the first time in a long time, she was reaching out. She admitted she hadn't really been suffering from constant headaches. It was easier to make excuses and face the truth. She'd grown comfortable, lazy, careless about our marriage. She had expected me to carry the weight while she coasted. But when I stopped carrying it, she realized what she had lost. The very next week, she began to change. She cooked dinner without being asked, planned a weekend away, even put her phone down when we were together. The headaches vanished. It wasn't about pain. It was about effort. When she saw mine disappear, she finally understood how much I had been giving. I won't pretend everything was perfect overnight. Trust and closeness don't magically return after years of rejection. But something crucial shifted. Respect. She started respecting my time, my effort, and most importantly, my need for connection. Here's the truth I want anyone listening to remember. Intimacy isn't a one-sided gift. Love isn't something one partner can endlessly beg for while the other withholds. Love is built on reciprocity. If you're giving everything and receiving nothing, sometimes the most powerful move isn't to argue, fight, or plead. It's to stop, pull back, and let them feel the silence you've been living with. Because sometimes it takes losing your support for someone to truly recognize its value. And in my marriage, the day I stopped helping was the day her headaches disappeared.